Because I got a blog account. Charles Yambumelandi.
Kone ndakadheambori retova NGO dzine dzavazana mavenda dzine dzakonovera Makhadzi. Yes, you can't do that. Ukafocus pachera yao.
Ndakanga nori ahuna muthu ane avana zvithu zvosona so ndavona kuri ndi.
Yeah.
Ati sure but ungandiri nice ngani if you
Okay.
Rikotoita machi. Riko mumachera Makhadzi man. Shembe ipapa vako machi ari machere Makhadzi once.
Yes.
The keyboard activism. The best way to fight for Makhadzi is to buy a music, guys. Money will console her. This thing of matching NGOs, that's not what Makhadzi wants. Makhadzi wants the support, the numbers, the machangura, the commerce in a bank account. So stream the music, download the music. Money is gonna make her support her, support Makhadzi through a music. Makhadzi is not a size specialist, so she doesn't need you guys to validate her size. Support the music.
Uncle D, point yabeko pala, mara this is beyond. As Makhadzi page, kombora zito sumbedza, kombora kolera, zvinonisa Makhadzi usumbedzore. Black is beautiful. Mapungo sumbedzore. Chiri na traba dziminango musumbedzore na mafendo rai we are standing against zvikuitoka Makhadzi. Sumbedzore mwana mwa ane avakuda after Makhadzi sumbedzore ufree because ne abazone na ro dollar zvona zvingora zvikone yapferera ndizvo zvitu. That's what we need to do more than block our cheating blocking kana Twitter ya umzana blocking.
Okay. Let me maybe simplify this. Twitter is not real life. This tweet might have gotten 2,000 likes here, but Makhadzi was performing in Malawi this past weekend on a packed crowd. Makhadzi was welcomed in Malawi at the airport by people that love her. Guys, Twitter is just a fraction, probably 0.001% of the population's feelings. So our support to Makhadzi should be through music. This thing of giving this person attention and saying one song is feeling about Makhadzi. People don't care about those guys. People love her music and they're gonna support her. And
Uncle D.
Yeah.
Uncle D. What social media does to celebrities, it is undone. Social media. Like let's look at people. I understand totally what you're saying. Let's look at the celebrities the we saw on Twitter. Baba Rosa. It can end up getting to a point in Makhadzi oita mini. And if we do not stand up now, which means that will come and it stay valid, Makhadzi aruza brought out. So by us standing against the tweet, or Twitter, na afi romacha, riba romachirana mkosi ane akudita ngamrao. You get my point? Riba romachirana na that little girl ane akudita kuwa in the industry. So we will make a statement.
I totally agree with you. What I'm saying is I'm not against you guys matching. I'm saying the quickest way to support Makhadzi right now. In a statement, she did end the statement by saying she has a new album out. So Makhadzi wants our support musically. This thing of the size, guys, to be quite honest, there are people that are more celebrities or more popular than us who can actually wage the war. People like Womu Hale and Stana Kumale.
All right, and the statements are valid and the arguments are valid. I think this is more powerful and it's more damaging to everybody, even somebody who is a fan of Makhadzi, because women, we know ourselves as Black women, we all look like that, or if we don't, we have sisters and daughters that look like that, and therefore marching against that is raising a voice to say that kind of bullying and pulling each other down is absolutely unacceptable, even for ordinary people to do that to celebrities, even for ordinary people to do that to other ordinary people. So yes, 100% buying the music will definitely show support. But at the end of the day, we can't turn a blind eye or just keep quiet about and not make a noise about something that is so insulting and so inappropriate within the Black community, that when someone can call out another person for those kind of body flaws that we know that it hasn't got nothing to do with anything, and attach such a stigma to any other person. And therefore, perhaps we don't need to choose one thing over the other. All of them can be done to raise the voice and stand against such kind of bullying. Thank you.
I think mic dropped. You finished it. You killed it.
You killed it.
Queen, you did the most there, because
that's
it. It's exactly, two things can exist at the same time. And this is not just about Makhadzi. It's bigger than that, because people are using this skin lightening products. Why? What if your face looks that dark? What does the community do to you when your actual face looks that dark? This is exactly what they do. They shame you every day. They bully you about it every day. So it's bigger than that. We can definitely tackle both at the same time. It's unacceptable. Real Element, you were saying you want to tweet, to pin the tweet, Kaye Kaela tweet yaone, and then una button on the right hand side, yonga you download. Udobone kumupa option your share on the space, because we need to report that tweet as well. So we need it shared here. We can't find it ka profile yola one.
I
to pin you up and you want to Martina.
Yeah, and also, but to people who have access, let us find that woman who did this. We must let her know. Or, yes.
Just tap to her. Next thing you guys want to find a job, you want to make it. Reply to a tweet, tell her on the tweet and respond there. Don't find okay, Kayo, una button yonga your downloader, so wait, wanna Dina share, like if you want to share a tweet directly to someone's DM.
Okay, let me go to the tweet.
Go to the tweet. On the tweet, tuna option, your commenter, your retweeter, your liker. The next one, inga your downloader. So click on that one, yonga your download. Wait, wanna.
Share page.
Yeah,
downloader.
Okay.
After that,
and then actually auto clicker kayo. The first option there, udobana space chicha bullying of Makhadzi.
Yeah,
ka click ane pala unga fit the bullying of Makhadzi ka space. Then idokono ba yo share apanta.
Oh, okay.
So we are reporting the page now, but that won't be enough.
Yes. It's a start. I'm not planning for now.
But then how much you go to my we can start anywhere. Like even if we just meet up in a common place, and we have placards just to share a voice. Makhadzi, we can tag in and let her know, just to stand against this. Even if it's just to stand in one place, raising our placards, just to let them know that this is not on.
I still think after matching, can you please get me Makhadzi's music, please, guys? Please.
Yeah.
What?
Can we download, stream? Don't pirate. Download, stream, support her. She's gonna be coming back to South Africa to tour in South Africa.
Guys, those
yeah.
who are not speaking, can they go back to listeners and then we can have the other people who want to speak? I see there's people that requested.
Yes, I wanted to say Ompi is also requesting Tiani. He's wearing a yellow t-shirt. I'm also gonna go down, but who you had to pin a tweet away. Can you please first pin the tweet before we go on your reporter?
Yeah, chimwe chauri black is beautiful. Eso zvinotozichera kuta tozotomacha kwamba zvamuri zvombori mwana muwana usvipara songopfana taiti no onakandere avangayo ndizvo zvizokupucha zvona uri mutu azvipfuri rekostenda nazvo zvithu zvori mutu waonaka mutso.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, do you remember the time when the EFF was going around locking or closing down all the cliques in South Africa? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the time when I think one of the hair products was shaming black people in how the black hair or the hair from black people are. So I think this is like a similar incident. It's just unfortunate that it is coming from another black woman. That is the more disgusting thing about all these things. Coming from a black woman who also knows that thighs as well are not perfect and they look the same. Maybe they're even more. You know, this is like, hey, I'm shocked, guys. See? If that person is your girlfriend, then you must just let go because you're not going to have anything with her. Imagine another woman trying to get likes through the pain of another woman. That is like disgusting, eh?
It's a sick society.
I really don't have much to say, but I'm so disappointed. That's why when it comes to people trying to change their color to become white, that's why white people are always laughing at us, because we don't appreciate how we are. We only try by all means to be white people or try to look white. So anything white is beautiful. Anything black is bad. So that's a bad tendency, you know.
Look, truth teller, we are using a white language here on the space. That's how bad we are. We can't have a common language where we understand each other. That's how bad it is, guys.
Yeah, too bad, too bad. So zvinenda kunyaga za mambo zone nzori ndikopfanda shona ngamanda. Imaginani arali oyo muthu girlfriend yanu oya ṅwala nga zirumbi za muṅwe muthu ene a vhori the only difference is that holani u stage u khou performa and then zombo ḓi vhonala ene u dzula zwi dzumbati. So it's the same thing, unless if maybe muthu a khou shumisa dzi product dzine a vhori u khou ṱoḓa u ḓi ita muthu mutshena. And then I mean nakamajita, those who their thighs the radical tangana every time, it's like that, man. That's how we black people are. I mean, guys, olamzana tidiburundu uvagayo lamzana na one.
And sorry to interject. Also, what makes this worse and what makes it so sad and heartbreaking is the fact that I'm sorry, I understand the language, but I can't speak back. Well, I don't have the confidence yet, but I'm working on it. What makes this worse is the fact that there are young women that are growing up and that look up to Makhadzi, and because she's worked so hard and she's doing such a great job and being a proud African woman who represents, African women. at her stage, on a certain stage, and a certain platform that she gets. And these young women will feel ashamed because they recognize that they know that they have the same issue, because that is purely a question, an issue of friction, and it does not imply that one person is unhygienic because they look like that. It's got absolutely nothing to do with that. And then those young women are going to feel ashamed of how their thighs look like, and that is inappropriate. We should not be raising young women who will have who will look down on themselves and be insecure because of things that they have absolutely no control over. Because are we then saying that everybody who's got thighs like that, they should go and get chemicals to remove that and even endanger themselves more just so they can live up to a person who is one of the few or the smallest percentage of people who may not have thighs that look like that? What nonsense is this? So this is unacceptable. If it were according to me, honestly, really, as much as we would buy out her music, that there's nothing else to download, it's all downloaded, and that we would march all across the country and make as much noise as it is possible, because it is absolutely, absolutely unacceptable. And if this was a white person who has made such a comment about another black person, about a black person, the outrage would be times 1,000. So it should not matter. In fact, it makes it worse that it's a fellow black woman who is pulling down another one. And this is not acceptable. It is not acceptable. I am not in Venda, unfortunately, and I just wish I had an opportunity to be able to stand somewhere myself, and I'm going to look for that opportunity, because I feel like it's high time we should have a very low threshold for this kind of nonsense. Thank you.
Like, I think it's high time we should also let her know, Makhadzi man. I read something, Uncle D, of course, is...
Let's not do
abe zvinoza kukomba zvone ndizvauri abe vana vatuku abe vatopedza vari kushumisa mishonga akazisitaisi kwambori vatopedza vakudenjarani ngamaura vatsuke kwambori zvikutina hamanda tazvijeranjere zvithu kwambori vatu vachikoseiwo uri ndi vatsu vashumisa mishonga uri vave dziyellow namusidzisaisi kwesofindi ntsu zvambotopedza kushumisa mishonga dzichemicals nyanza vadzidangerasi dzine dzingavauvadza nange une ateu uvana dzichemicals izvithu tojera ntauriro nazvo zvithu zvikatitawo vazvingwa zvazoichedza zvitopedza zvichikojenisa vana vatuku kakatini ngamanda vawana vatu vakutoda mishonga uriiswa mishonga dzetaisi from China, from all those countries to a business yori vatu vatsu vapfuuri zvambori vatotsoka nadzitaisi ini. No man, we can't let this thing.
Vaji.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. Our problem but then I'll just communicate in English. I wanted to ask, what's the next step? Because I think we should just report that account, because we cannot have such. It's unacceptable that we have someone who is female who goes around ill-speaking other people and shaming other people because of their body structure or anything else. So we cannot accept that. So that's my take.
Next step, we are marching. We're going forward. So the host of the space will tell us when and where, and if he's printing the T-shirts, taking it from them is the space hoster will tell us.
I was asking to the account of that lady.
what's going to be done with it?
I think she deleted the tweet. So when you are reporting the account, it should be based on the tweet. So she deleted the tweet because I was going through the tweet trying to understand, because I wanted to be the first to report the account. And when they're directing me to the tweet that is harmful, that encourage suicidal acts, and then only to find out that the tweet is no longer existing, she deleted it. I think she understood what's going to happen. So, but over and above that, I think something must be done. Because people get, if let's say this happening to people who are not a strong mentality, some people can end up committing suicide unnecessarily. We saw this happening at Mbiwi High School. I mean, it happened. And then this now kills even the confidence of young women or young kids who look alike like Makhadzi. Then they'll start to have issues with themselves. They feel like their color is a problem and all that. But something must be done. I think I see that there are a lot of people who are very progressive who are dealing with the issue also on the timeline. So something must be done. That's true. But if you are to take the issue of March, that shouldn't be entirely that. I think there's a department within presidents. Is it the woman Department of Women and something like that? I'll try to locate the minister in charge just to see what can be done to that woman. That woman must be punished for what she's doing, and we must set as an example that you do that. I mean, as a woman, what are you setting? You are setting a precedent. You are setting a precedent that men must not if a woman is not respecting a woman, then what more about men towards women? It becomes problematic on its own. So I'm saying now, I will try to locate other people who can who can take a decisive action against that woman, and they will give us the direction where to go. Because to say we take a march must be productive, must be well oppositional orientated. So now my point here is to say let's try to get people on board who are going to help us to make sure that we make a proper way forward on this regard. Let's see, maybe during the day we might be having some contacts that are very important that are going to help us to navigate and deal with this issue. In the meantime, it's going to also tell us if we're to do some, because mostly it's more of PR exercise. Let's get that, and then we do that as part of PR exercise and the awareness to say, never body shame another woman as a woman. That should never be happening. It should be women who are calling men out of order to say, you cannot body shame a woman as a man. But now if a woman body shaming another woman, it becomes more problematic on its own. So I think let's see what's going to happen during the day. We'll try to get people who can give us a directive to say what we need to do on this regard. But this is a serious matter and must be taken and treated as such.
Another thing which we can do is to try by all means to write the placards or start the hashtag stop body shaming other women. I mean, on the timeline. Then we make it trend. We put the placards there to say stop this, and then the hashtag will trend, and then I think we'll have achieved something in the meantime. Still waiting for go ahead on how best can we approach the march if we were to do it now. So if we can start the hashtag now, it trends, and we say everything that we want to say on how best can we advise one another as the black community here in South Africa, so that we don't body shame anyone. It can be a male, it can be a female to a male, or a male to a female. We don't do all that. So I think in the meantime, all of us here, I think we are 70 something to 80 something. If we can start we retreat one another, we like, and then yeah, I think we can do that in the meantime.
We are 130 something.
Sibo, you can take the mic. Sibo? Okay, Lucky, you can go ahead and speak.
SMS now, and you can have your premiums back at age 65. You enjoy during your retirement years. The money is
sister is happy. There is no way you can go and give her the money without happiness. Our sister Makhadzi was very happy, and then she decided to, give her people some gift. But people are very angry with that. How can we be angry with Makhadzi running her team the way she wants to run her team? This is very shocking, but I can see it's a anger from the people who were whipped 4-1 because they ridiculed her from the start when she was dancing for her.
Okay, Lucky, we're speaking about Makhadzi, not about Makhadzi. So let's try and stick at the topic. Because the Makhadzi issue, we understand people are not happy, she got money and all that. But that's not really a big issue. The big issue we have is the bullying that happens on social media, which is like the one that we're having now with Makhadzi. The Makhadzi and the ones that lose 4-1. The soccer issue, we can have a topic for soccer. It's okay. But let's face this issue where the self-hate and things that are happening is actually affecting the kids, it's affecting everyone on social media, it's affecting people, like the self-esteem is getting killed. People are getting demotivated on social media. Right now, we're looking at the issue. Makhadzi, it might have come through Makhadzi, but it's happening with a lot of ladies on social media and out there. So we're trying to find what can we do. So let's stick to the topic. Okay, guys, I see we have 3 people that want to jump in. Let's see if I can add some people. If you're not speaking, guys, try and maybe drop down so we can add other people to continue.
Okay.
We have a wide range of social, criminal, and labor.
No, it's like again here. Brother, look, what happened to Makhadzi, it's a very shocking. It's really a self-hate, and we shouldn't be ashamed of or being apologetic. That's our skin. That's what we know. That's us. That's our color. So we shouldn't be shaken by some foolish people. And I'm very sorry for Makhadzi, but I feel like she should have not been apologized about what happened to her. But anyway, she felt like apologizing, but which is fine still though. But on my side, my brother,
it's a self-hate, you know. It's a self-hate, and people must be ashamed. People must be ashamed of what they think it's very wrong being a dark skinned color. You know, that's ours. That's our color. And as for me, I really like my color. I mean, we should condemn that. We should condemn people who are self-hating, you know. We really should have condemned that one. It's a very personal matter, though. It's hard-hitting. It's hard-hitting. So, unfortunately, people are hating themselves. That's all what I can say. But we should stand up and show how proud we are with our skin, and we should show Makhadzi the support. We should show her the support all the support that we have, to make her realize that she's not alone, and we really appreciated her, and we still appreciate her. That's all I can say, my brother. That one, it's a personal matter. It's a personal matter. It's affecting all of us blacks, besides who think they are not black. You know, yeah, that one, it's a hard-hitting matter. It's very personal. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks, Putlaki, for that. Hi, guys. It's a very interesting topic. I mean, I wish we would go beyond just talking about it here. I just stopped marking this student script because of this conversation. It's very interesting. But I'm just looking forward to see us as Black people going beyond just meeting here, which is very interesting to see how this social media have created a virtual public sphere where we can actually interact, and it's very interesting to see people concerned and voicing out what we should call out as rubbish in the society. But I wish we could go beyond that, in a sense that we practicalize what we are saying. We call things as they are in order, and some of you are doing it in a very amazing way, that whenever someone does something stupid on social media, you just call them right the way they are, on what they are doing, and you don't mind who they are. You just tell them to go to hell because what they are doing is wrong. I wish we could encourage that, and we practicalize that, because some of these things are encouraged from our likes. You know, when you click like, when you click retweet, when you post an emoji laughing, this bully thinks this thing is okay. You know, they will do it now and again, because instead of putting this thing into order, we tend to laugh and overlook it. It's like the same thing. You will be called ugly in a mall by maybe a young person. You'll tell them, you will probably hit them or do something, to tell them they are wrong for doing whatever that they are doing, if they are saying it to you or saying to anyone. So I think with social media, we should actually do the same thing and try to mobilize the social responsibility amongst us as human beings. And the love for our Black people, I think it's fading out, and I'm imagining white people laughing, enjoying the fact that we are busy speaking English here, and they are happy because what they are doing is working. They are turning us against us, and it's quite interesting. And when you talk about that, people think you are a politician. Minage, I'm just a youth life and a career coach. I'm so far from being a politician. But when you talk about this, people start thinking, you are being political chief. This is not the space. Whereas these things, that's where they started. Let's go back to being Black and be proud of being Black. I'm speaking English here because I don't know if there are people that speak not everyone here speaks Zulu, Swati, Xhosa, and some of the few languages that I can speak. So that's why I'm using English. Otherwise, I'm not interested. I mean, it is boring for me. I speak it all the time. I lecture white people, and it sucks. So, and if we can go back to that and start reviving our culture, I think we can win, guys. Thank you so much. Sorry, Chair, to take so much.
How are you, everyone? Now, I think I have always observed that an enemy of a woman is a woman. An enemy of a woman is a woman. Most of the time, you find out that ladies will like to shame one another. I don't know why. You know, when I saw that tweet, I was like, what? How can a lady shame another lady like that? If I want to say the truth, majority, almost 95% of people, of ladies, their thighs, they are black. Unless you are bleaching or something. Now I love my skin. I love my skin the way it is. I don't bleach. I don't do all those stuffs. I love my brown skin girl. I'm just a brown skin girl, and I'm very, very, very proud of it. I love it. This thing of bullying, body shaming, is very, very disgusting. I really hate it. And the way I see it, especially here in South Africa, for Makhadzi, I think I can put it in a way that they are doing so maybe because she's from Limpopo or something. I don't know. Because I can even think of many celebrities who have those black ties, that some pictures that I have seen before. I have never seen that. Even when they release their albums, everybody will be saying, it's awesome, it's awesome. But when it comes to Makhadzi, this recent album trended and people were saying some sort of things. Yeah, rubbish album. It's kind of like it's self-hate. It's not normal. I don't know. People should just be civilized at once and try to love one another. You don't gain anything, you don't lose anything by hating someone or by loving someone. Otherwise, I don't know, the way that I see it, if it was that person who tweeted was near me, I was going to give a huge slap because I hate it. One, you're reducing self-esteem for her. Two, you know, she will lose her confidence somewhere, somehow, and she will somehow she will have depression, and that's not good in society. It's not even good. You find out later, or maybe I'm just giving an example on this incident. You find out if she's not a strong lady, 1 minute or maybe the next day, the next morning, you hear she's normal or she has committed suicide. It's because of that bullying. Let's avoid bullying as ladies, especially ladies. We like body shaming each other, reducing each other's self-esteem. I don't know. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And to add to what Praise was saying, I honestly think that it's important for us as like women to teach our girls that it's okay to be to have like your dark skin, because with a lot of women now we find that they're using those bleaching creams. So it goes back to the fact that most people I think they kind of hate Makhadzi because she is authentic. She is the way she is. She doesn't want to be someone else. So yeah, that's what we should teach our girls, that it's okay to be dark-skinned. There's nothing wrong with being dark-skinned. So yeah, that's my take.
Is the space crashing or what?
No.
No, we are here.
No, it's not crashing.
Okay, yeah, no, can let me come through. Yeah, no, this is very disturbing, you know. I don't know how to explain this because I've already spoken, but just to instigate your emotion again, guys. I expect a white person to be this disgusting to black, you know, and it seems like it's us. I think the white man has done his job, and then it become now us on us, black on black, you know. I sympathize with all the victims of what this 460 years of apartheid did to us, because we are now reduced to this, you know. This shouldn't be the conversation that we're supposed to be having amongst each other, especially after everything that we went through as black people, you know. And now I understand the importance of bleaching, where now bleaching, when I'm saying this in a sarcastic way, when I'm saying I understand the importance of it, because now we reach a point where anything that is black, we don't see the value on it, you know. The only thing that we see the value in something black is when it's black card. But over and above that, what I'm sensing is that we need to have this awareness to say, as the previous speaker has spoken about and said precisely, to say we must have this awareness to say black color, being black, it's okay. We are black people to start with. We cannot try to compete with being white, which we are not. For those who are not black in their color skin, terms, it doesn't necessarily make them to be black. There are people who are light in complexion, but who are black people, but doesn't make them white. And we should embrace us being black, and they're starting with that. So this now, because I understand what happened to Rufuno. What happened to Rufuno for Rufuno to took her life? It was on the basis of this, the very same thing that we are having. I was trying to go through to the person in question who posted this. I see that she's still young. Seems like she's still young. She's still not understanding some of these things. But I feel like we need to call this thing out, and with all strongest term, this must be condemned and must be called what it is. And this should never be allowed to find its expression, its ugly head on the social media, and something must be done about it. I can imagine if Makhadzi was like another Rufuno. I don't know what was going to happen. So I feel like there's much that women must start to take into account. The activism of women must be at forefront on issues like this. The women must take their stance or their position on activism when it comes to the issue like this. No woman should be subjected to this nonsense that we are seeing right now. This ugly head of body shaming women by women should never find expression in our society, in this social media. Women must be the one who are calling other race and other moronic men shaming other women. So is men must also be on this of protecting women on these issues, because these issues, they are very sensitive on its nature. And now the worst that made this to be mobile is the fact that it's been done by a black woman on another black woman. I felt I should say I should register this so while we are preparing other speaker to come on board to say, guys, I don't know what needs to be done, but I feel something must be done. and people must avoid this thing to create content, because there's this notion here on Twitter to say this content that people want to grow their account at all cost, because they are influencers and all that. The influencer, there should be engagement and all that, and they go as they stood this low where they want to have engagement on their account and to grow their account by body shaming others. There are a lot of things that you can do the engagement with. You need to address issues that are affecting women. You can create content out of that. You need to be defenders of the colors of the bodies of women. You can make content out of that. There are a lot of things that you can do that are very productive and progressive, and also part of protecting humanity, that you can come with the content of, not this thing of trying to be relevant by body shaming others. This is not on at all. And this must be condemned at all cost. So let me not further occupy this space and then allow other speakers to come on board. Guys, something must be done. Something like this should never allow to happen again. Let me stop there and listen to other speakers.